Officer Brad Carter had always been the law in his own eyes. Patrolling the streets of a quiet but divided city, he made sure people knew their place. And today, when he saw a well-dressed black man sitting at Joe's diner, something in him boiled. The man was alone at the counter, wearing an expensive charcoal gray suit. He scrolled through his phone, taking occasional sips of coffee. Brad stepped closer. "You lost." The man looked up. "Excuse me." Brad folded his arms. "You don't belong here. Let me see some ID." The diner went silent. The man put down his cup. "I don't need to show you my ID just for drinking coffee." Brad smirked. "You arguing with me? Last time I checked, refusing a police officer is a crime." The man sighed. "Look, officer, I have things to do. So unless I've broken the law." Before he could finish, Brad grabbed him by the arm and yanked him off the stool. "You better watch yourself," Brad warned. The man exhaled. "Officer, I suggest you let go of me before." Brad clenched his fist and swung. The punch landed hard. Gasps filled the diner. The man staggered but didn't fall. Instead, he wiped his lip, his face still calm. Then, he reached into his pocket. Brad tensed. But instead of a gun, the man pulled out a sleek black wallet. He flipped it open and held it up. A golden badge gleamed under the diner's lights. Brad's stomach dropped. The words burned into his mind. Mayor James Coleman. The man he had just punched in front of a diner full of witnesses. Brad's face drained of color. His jaw locked. "You just assaulted the mayor of this city," Coleman said, his voice calm. "I was here meeting with the police commissioner. We were going to discuss racial profiling." The diner doors burst open. Several uniformed officers rushed in. Behind them, the police chief stormed in, his face red with fury. "Brad," the chief barked. "Step back. Now." I didn't." "Step back." Brad slowly released his grip. "I didn't know." "That's the problem," the chief snapped. "You never bother to know." The chief turned to Coleman. "Mr. Mayor, I had no idea." Coleman straightened his suit. "Chief, you and I need to have a long discussion about who you have patrolling these streets." Brad's hands trembled. One of the officers stepped forward and pulled out a pair of cuffs. "Brad Carter, you're under arrest for assaulting a government official." The diner customers watched in shock as Brad was cuffed and led toward a squad car. He had spent years abusing his power, thinking himself untouchable. But now, his career, reputation, and entire life had crumbled. The last thing he saw before the doors slammed shut was Mayor Coleman adjusting his tie, stepping forward to give a statement to the press. Justice had finally arrived.